I've got burnt out on the YouTube stuff, so I've stopped making YouTubes. Basically my brain says I can't be stuck banging your head against the brick wall. YouTube's definition of whether you're being good at something or not. I used to write things down in a journal about my life, where I'm going. Because I was a bit unhappy. My life was a bit unhappy for a long time. I had a bad marriage, beautiful kids, but a bad marriage. And that nearly destroyed me. It did in the end. It did in the end destroy me mental health, but I'm back and strong again now. This is the morning ritual now. I'm sitting outside here. Very nice, very pleasant. The upper family has come out and they're all chatting away over there, as you can hear. And I got out about marriage, I divorced the woman, and my life has changed magnificently ever since. I'm not talking today about focusing on the person I was married to, because that's negative stuff. My mind wants to go and delve into that because it explains a lot of things, but I definitely do not want to talk about that because that's in the past. It's not only in the past, it's not positive to my happiness to dwell upon it, but because of living in a very bad relationship, I had to learn a lot of things about psychology of people. And if I hadn't have been in a bad marriage, I would have wandered through life ignorant of all this stuff because I wouldn't have had to know it. Sometimes you've got to be really aware of what you feed into your brain as far as media, what Facebook you watch, Reddit you watch, TV. I don't really watch TV over here. Over in the West, I never watch TV because once you're out of Australia and you get away from the TV in Australia, of how it's constructed with all the continuous ads, the political messages that they're pumping at you all the time. They're always trying to keep the population in fear. Everything is about fear and be careful and doom and gloom. They talk about who your friends should be. If you're a tree and you're planted and you're on your own, you'll only grow into a small tree. But if you're a tree in a forest surrounded by big trees, you'll grow into a big tree. You keep up with what's around you. And I think it's the same with your mental surroundings. If you keep yourself surrounded by negative people and doom and gloom and negative input going into your vision and your ears, you'll become negative. So you've got to stay away from that stuff. You've got to surround yourself with positive people and positive input, visually and audio, input into your brain, or else you'll become depressed and negative, for sure. I want to get back into YouTube again. I like it. I have to stop talking about myself because it is not a journal about me to reflect upon my life. But what I will do is try to look at my life from a point of view of someone else looking at my life, third-party type perspective, because I've got an interesting life now. I've got the best of all worlds. If everybody does what I'm doing, it wouldn't work. But there's enough room for enough people like me to live like me. If they wanted to, it might suit them like it suits me. Some people it would not suit, for sure. Some people it just wouldn't suit. But for me, the type of life that I'm living is absolutely, to me, brilliant. In Australia, I'm off-grid, up in the mountains. I'm just basically an old hobo, bush hobo, living the old retired pensioner's life, similar to what you see in Canada of the off-grid sites, except they live in log cabins in the snow. I don't live in a log cabin. I live in a very small house with totally off-grid facilities. And it's a beautiful life, and I love it so much. But I also live a dual life. I live over here. Have a look around this place. To me, this is a palace, and I'm living here too. And I'm doing this with very little money. As I said about my marriage, if it had worked out, I could have been a very wealthy man, but because of that marriage, I've, like the game of snakes and ladders. A snake bit me in a divorce and I've gone to the bottom again, and that's where I am. And it's very hard to climb up when you're getting older. Your ability to earn money is not quite there unless you earn money with your brain. Unfortunately, my life, I only earned money with my backbone, my hands and muscle. is really all I had to sell. And my brain helped me a little bit, but I never made money from my brain. It was always muscle, just a strong backbone. And in some jobs, you had to leave whatever brain you had to hang it at the door. Some of my videos, because they're controversial, some of my videos, because I ramble like this one, I won't put up for public. The weather report over here, cool, was warm yesterday, cool and overcast today. Cool, when I say cool, it'll be 25 degrees. I'm still losing weight, which is good. I used to drink Coke. I used to drink about one of those, a Coke in the morning. I've always drank Coca-Cola in my life, but sugar-free Coke, that's what I've drank lately. But I'm on the keto diet. The guys on the diets would understand this on a keto diet. Once you enter into a state of ketosis, and I'm not quite there yet, but because I'm not eating sugar or drinking sugar, I'm still losing weight, which is good. Look at these things. Oh. Another battle for the old man. When you're young, you wanted to stay fit. Why? To look good, soft body image. You always wanted to be fit. I was always overweight. Now it's a matter of trying to stay alive for a few more years when you get older, staying fit. Nothing to do with body image. Well, it is a bit, which is crazy when you're my age. I find it very hard to be motivated. I've never had willpower all my life. Flaw in my character. I've never been driven. What did the teachers used to say? Can try harder. Should try harder. Just trying this new setup for the camera. Behind the camera there I've got a small mirror so that I can use the variable screen sizes on the Samsung phone, because it's only got the option of a 3 screen size if you're using the back camera, which means you can't see the screens. In the past I've done things and I'm only half in the screen. Anyway, I'm just waffling today, practicing using my new setup. I'm looking at the mirror now, which I can see my reflection in the back of the camera, but I'm not looking at the screen here, not looking at the eye of the camera, which I've got to do, because looking at the eye of a camera is looking at your eye and you're the people I'm talking to. I've solved my audio problems anywhere I go. I put this on. Wind's not a problem, crowd's not a problem. It just works so good. I got my little thing here. I haven't seen one of these. I have seen some of them around at the big festival markets around Thailand. I've seen some of the spruikers at the stalls have got a small neck mic for selling all their stuff and spruiking to the crowd. But in the shops for all the accessories for videoing, I just haven't seen these of any suitable quality. And this one I bought, the neck thing had a different mic on it, which was absolute rubbish. It was an absolutely really shocking mic, and I just cut it off and I've fixed the Rode lapel mic to it, and that works really, really good. And I got the wind socks. The car's gone away. I took it to Toyota. I got a report back on it, what needed to be done. I knew it was a fair bit to be done. Got it back 75,000 baht, which is about 3,000 Australian dollars. Basically all the front end, rack and pinion steering, ball joints, a couple of wheel bearings, wishbones. I do not know why they have to be replaced, but they do. Yeah, 75 things now, 75,000 bahts now. My wife translated the documents, 3 or 4 pages of work to be done. She translated it. One of them was a deer part. It was 15,000 bahts for a Lovejoy lottery. A Lovejoy lottery. That's what the translation came out as, a Lovejoy lottery. Turned out it was a rack and pinion steering. But that translated on Google to a Lovejoy lottery. A bit of amusement there. Meanwhile, the car's getting the whole front end done. Everything just about, you could say. Plus the air conditioner fixed up, plus a few other little bits and pieces. And it'll be all good again. A bloke sent me photos of what was wrong with it, and it's the one that was still going. It was really, really desperately in need of repair. There's a kid's in an electric car riding around the lawn with a radio in it. A little electric car riding around with a radio in it. My first car was an FJ Holden. You Aussie blokes will know that. That was my first car. It cost me $50. It didn't have a radio in it. Now the kids' toys that they buy have got a radio in them. Eventually I bought a radio for the old FJ Holden. I think it had little valves in it. It was a valve radio, 6 volt FJ Holden. And, well, it's a radio, but it certainly wasn't a CD, and you couldn't play any recorded music in it. It was only a local radio station, which was in the country, Victoria, at that stage. Was geared to people 20 to 30 years older than me, so the music wasn't really all that fantastic when you had the radio. But anyway, I'm waffling back on again. The dog's barking, I'm going off about something. No, nothing of importance. We're right beside a prawn farm here, 25 metres away, and the gentlemen and the ladies walk around it periodically during the day. They throw the prawn food pellets into the water, and then the pigeons follow them, picking up all the pellets that don't quite make it into the water. I've got to get a haircut. Been told my wife's sister, not a real sister, not by the same mother, sort of stuff. Her friend's friend has started up a hairdresser's, so I've got to go there to get my haircut. You normally go to the old dude up the road, the old style haircut, but I've got to go to this new one. That's the way family works here. So I've got to get that done today. I'm going to try and do a video a day of my life and the little things that happen to a little man. A dull man's club. Who drinks water in the morning. I have a cup of tea in the morning. I have a cup of tea after this. Water, a squirt of lemon juice. That's it. The dogs are all playing outside. That's the little pups. Little pups I saved out of the water about 2-3 years ago now. They're all grown up. Got the bitches spayed, and they sleep outside, get fed every day. Good watchdogs. Good little herd of watchdogs. There's that electric toy behind me that the kids drive around in. You could say they're spoiled, but they've certainly got lots and lots of toys. But they've got people that love them as well. And it's the most important part of the world. Loving kids, loving others, looking after people, looking after each other. So I consistently hear that from people that are old and dying, and philosophers and that. They keep saying the most important thing in the world is to love other people more. Love other people more. Don't be reserved with your love. That's what life's about. You can't take anything with you except maybe thinking that you made some people happy on the way. Anyway, guys, I don't know who listens to this. I don't know who listens. I do know. There's a couple of regular people out there besides my family. I've even got somebody in Tunisia watching me. That's amazing. I can't believe it. In Tunisia, folks. I hope it's a nice day over there. I hope you got a nice warm roof, a full belly, and you're warm and you're surrounded by safe people. See you guys. Bye.